Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again with another, or maybe my first, I don't know, SH Figuarts figure review, and today we have in front of us from Naruto Shippuden, or however you pronounce that, Sakura Haruno, or Haruno Sakura. And let's be straight about this, I have never watched Naruto, and I know this is a successful anime and all of that, and I knew from the beginning, like, I like how this character looks, and maybe I will get some other characters, like the ninja guy who is, I think, her boyfriend or whatever. But and maybe some villains. I don't know. Maybe I'll get Naruto. I don't know. I just like this one, and I'm very glad to finally have hopefully the definitive figure, or a proper figure, at least a good-looking figure of her. And yeah. That's the packaging. You can see a lot of Japanese images, looking great. That pose, I mean that faceplate. I like the design art, like they use like the brush here, like ink brush, you know. Anyway, it's cool looking, and it's a tiny little box, which is the usual thing for SH Figuarts. So now let's just take her out of there and see how good she actually is. So that's when you take her out of the box. This is the tray. You can see it's like, including the one she's wearing, it's 5 faceplates and 4 pairs of hands, or no, it's 3 pairs of hands and an extra one maybe for this like punch thing. I don't know which exactly is like the extra one. And the effect, you also have of course the instructions, because as it's like swappable parts and stuff, they indicate you how to do that without breaking your figure. I mean, yeah, if you're new to Figuarts or something, if you know the brand for years or have several already, you already know how they function. Yeah, here we have Haruno Sakura, or just Sakura, out of the packaging and looking great. I'm very glad to finally have this figure in hand. And you can see she comes with the effect again, which has a little bit of like shading there. Like, well, this paint application is not very much like fading or shading, but it's just like boom there. But it adds something to it, let's believe that. We have this faceplate with the, yeah, I mean, I don't care about this one, but it's surely when she gets angry in the cartoon, and this is like a comical thing, I guess, with these white eyes. And yeah, now they have this this is one like her shouting. I really like this one. This is just looking serious, very close to the one yeah, looking serious. And we have this one where she's like singing songs and smelling flowers or whatever. And then we have a pair of relaxed hands, you know. We have a pair of like, I don't know, martial arts pose hands, ninja stuff and grabby thingy. We have this one which is just like holding. She could be holding something which is not included here, I guess. Maybe another accessory that will come with some other figure, or maybe it's just the way she tends to show her hands. And there you have the figure herself. You can see she comes with a couple of fist hands, and I really like how the figure looks. You can see, I mean, I just was looking like the way the head is, you know, is on top on the neck. It's a very interesting design that is new to me, how the head connects to the neck. It's nice, I mean, because you have a little gap there, but it's like, you know, it's interesting engineering. I don't know if it's over-engineered or under-engineered, if it's gonna be practical or get in the way, whatever. It's new to me and I find it interesting. You have the shoulder caps. I mean, she has a little bit of shading there under her, well, her breasts, yeah. She has this, the zipper, which is part of her costume design. She has that little ring, which I have no idea what it means. I mean, I have never watched the series, so I guess like that's maybe her clan or whatever kind of thing. Paint on the elbows, these bands here. Paint on that buckle there, on her like over skirt thing with a weird design, the zipper. She has of course like leggings there and a bit more paint application. This thing that it's there and cannot move, I guess you cannot remove it. I won't break it here on camera. You have paint for the boots. It's actually black plastic, and the paint is there for the skin tone that goes to the knee, but that's a bit sloppy. Still, yeah, I won't be looking at there the whole time, so I think I can survive. Also, the toes, I think I'm not the first one who's gonna say they are nicely painted. I mean, it could be more careful. I mean, there's a bit of sloppiness on the paint, but yeah, and nice that the shoes, her sandals, toe exposing things here, have texture below, so maybe that adds a bit grip, but at least you have some work done there. Yeah, she has of course her like headband, very Naruto typical headband thing. I know nothing about these characters, but I know they all have this kind of headbands with a metallic plate and that logo. She has the very nicely sculpted hair here on the back of her head. I really like that. Also, I mean, also in the front, and of course the faces are, I guess, a main deal here, and I really like how they turned out. I like how that face looks. The eyes, of course, are very important for an anime figure, for any figure actually. So I removed the faceplate. Now you can see how this thing works. So the peg goes to this pink thing. That's the port, and there you can see how this moves and attaches. A very weird design, but maybe let's say it works, at least until now. Then let's apply that faceplate. So that's how you just put it in. Then you peg the hair, and there you have that face that I guess I will only use this time to show on the video, because I don't care about this expression. I mean, then we have this other one, nice looking, I guess. I don't know when exactly she goes into that expression, maybe when she's kind of in love and all of that. Then we have this serious one. It's okay. And yeah, that one is, I guess, maybe one of my favorites for, I mean, of course, for action, posing and all of that. Then we have the effect piece, something like that, you know. So that's the effect piece there. You can see her. We can bring her to some kind of running pose. Yeah, I think that's good. Of course, effect pieces are always good to have, and we can already compare that with the, you know, the Bandai, I don't remember, anime line, you know, which I reviewed actually in the channel, but this looks like a mannequin, like a, you know, like Pinocchio version of Sakura, and this looks like a live anime person, you know. And this looks really like a, yeah, like a puppet, not even like a toy. She looks like if it would be like a puppet, you know. It's so, it has it's weird, you know, it's weird, but yeah, I mean, no, you can't even start comparing. Let's go through articulation. Now, the head again is in that combination of ball pegs and all of that. The head can look up only that far. I mean, the you know, the parts here get on the way, but well, that far. You can combine, of course, with the diaphragm and the waist, and then yeah, she can do the Iron Man fly pose. Anyway, you can, I mean, she has all the lean to the sides, so that won't be a problem, and she can look down that far. Yeah, she has movement. Only looking up is not that much, but you can again mix with the diaphragm and with the waist, and then you have your solution. Now the shoulders can lift that far before, yeah, before the sculpt here gets in the way. So it's over T-pose, that's great. She has a butterfly joint in each side, so she can go that far, and it can go backwards that far, combining the butterfly and the swivel here. So she can totally do like a cross arm action, you know. That's good in my opinion. She has a bicep swivel, you can totally see where, and it can go all the way around, looking good. The elbows are double jointed, and I think that's as far as you can bend. I think it's still, it's of course better than 90, but yeah, could be better even. I mean, I think it still could be better, but yeah, I think that's all the range you get for this one. Maybe I'll keep playing with it later and maybe I'll discover more. You have the typical Figuarts like ball peg thing, you know, so you can turn the fist there, and then you have this ball hinge here that you can adjust, and then yeah, you can move it all the way around, but you have to adjust, you know, things, you know. Then you have the diaphragm, which can, well, has a little bit of lean tilt to the sides, just a little bit. She can lean forward that far, only with the diaphragm. If you combine with the waist, you get a bit more. She can lean backwards that far, and she can turn a little bit. I wouldn't force it. The shape of the body, I mean, it's hard plastic, so it has a limitant. In the waist, you have much more freedom, but still, I think you shouldn't go all the way around. I mean, don't force it, you know, or be careful. You have the waist that can bend, I mean, tilt to the sides a little bit as well, and can turn a little bit around. I wouldn't try going all the way around, and you can move backwards that far and forwards that far. Then you have this skirt, of course. She has no drop-down mechanism, but she has a decent amount of range. I mean, it would be great if she could be the full splits, but that's almost there, you know. I prefer a strong peg, you know, T-joint there than having the, you know, the amount of plastic halved just to be like, to do the drop down, you know. It's always scary for me to break it there. Many people have got figures broken, you know. So she can do that much splits. She can kick forward that far, 90 degrees. She can kick backward a little bit because the sculpt here will, of course, throw you in an angle. Yeah, for all you guys, there you have it, you know. She has a thigh cut exactly where it should be, which is where the leg, you know, where the skin tone and the leg in there meet. So you have the knees that can do that much bend, which is great. I mean, and she can totally poop. Anyway, she has this a ball here for the ankle, which is, I think it's a nice idea. Let's see how practical it actually is. But the feet can go backwards that far and can go forwards all the way. I mean, that's even, I don't know if that's humanly possible. Anyway, she has a lot of range, yeah, and she has a decent ankle pivot. I must say the pivot feels a bit soft, so I hope it doesn't get like super flimsy or super floppy, you know. But yeah, you have it's a decent ankle rocker, and you have the toe hinge here, so you can do and you can see the insides of the feet. Anyway, it's that surely is a nice thing for ninja characters, you know, or martial artists and all of that. Yeah, so I'm very glad with the articulation. I mean, I will properly get used to it when I actually play off camera. For size comparisons, there you have Sakura Haruno or Haruno Sakura next to, the Figuarts Sakura Haruno, next to a couple of three Hasbro characters from different lines. Scarlet from G.I. Joe Classified, the recently reviewed Silk from the Silk Doc Ock 2-pack, and the Black Series Ahsoka Tano, so that you can see how she scales with this other line. There you have her next to the SH Figuarts Street Fighter 5 or whatever Cammy, and Ranma in his or her female form from Ranma and a half, and two different versions of Major Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell from Figma. I also wanted to show her again next to Pinocchio here. I mean, it's a world difference, and I mean, this is kind of ridiculous now, but I will keep this figure just for the fun of it, but I mean, this is the one to go. Just don't get this one. And that's it for this review. I really like this SH Figuarts Sakura Haruno or Haruno Sakura from Naruto Shippuden from Figuarts. I think it's a great figure. I mean, if you like how the character looks, or if you are a fan of Naruto, maybe she's a horrible character. I don't know. I know nothing about her. I just like the aesthetics, you know, as someone who also has drawn characters and all of that. A cute looking character, you know. Let's get into, I mean, let's say things are as they are. And you can see how she compares with some other characters from Figuarts and Figma. You saw the Marvel Legends ones, well, the Hasbro ones, and yeah, I can only recommend it. I guess it's the best version in figure form for this character, so that's the one to get. And yeah, and that's it for this review. Please leave a like, share, and subscribe if it was useful for you to decide if you want to get this figure, get it. And that supports me a lot, that helps the channel, you know. And please take care. I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.